So the Jordan Henderson contract saga continues. Jude Bellingham to Liverpool next summer. Harry Kane doesn't turn up to training for the second day in a row. And Chelsea bid for Lukaku. All this and more on today's Redman Roundup. Right, hello there everyone, welcome back to James Redman TV. Welcome to another Redman Roundup. People, if you enjoyed this, and only if you enjoyed, then smash a like and subscribe if you haven't already to join the Redman's army. Also, leave a comment down below on any topics or unpopular opinions you want me to talk about on this show, because when it gets into the season, it's going to be less news related and more on topics and, as I said, unpopular opinions. Anyway, let's stop rambling and let's get into today's Redman Roundup. So, Jude Bellingham to Liverpool next summer, question mark, according to Neil Jones. Now, Liverpool have had their eye on Jude Bellingham actually since he was at Birmingham. He obviously ended up joining Dortmund. Since then, he's been linked with Manchester United. He's been linked with everyone. And apparently next summer, Liverpool are going to really pursue their interest in Jude Bellingham. Now, next summer, he will be 18. He'll be much better than what he is now. And right now, as we speak, he's worth £50 million, just the value. So when you think about a 17-year-old who is valued at £50 million right now as we speak, bear in mind, that's just his value. That's not even what a club would have to pay for this player. His contract doesn't expire until 2025. Dortmund are in no rush to sell Jude Bellingham at all. The only thing that gives me any confidence that this could maybe possibly one day happen is that Steven Gerrard was Jude Bellingham's hero, not manager, hero. Like he idolised Steven Gerrard like we all did growing up. Other than that, there is nothing to tell me why Liverpool will go for this deal. And if he's worth 50 million now, that only leads me to assume that when it gets to next season, we're going to have to pay in the region of 90 to 120, maybe even 150 million pounds. You never know. If he has another breakout season, especially if he adds a few more goals to his game, then there's no reason why that won't happen. And I don't see it happening. So people, let's not get excited about this. I respect you, Neil Jones, but please don't be pulling on me heartstrings, linking us to Jude Bellingham. We should be able to get him though, that's why it's annoying. So why didn't Liverpool actually sign Donyell Malen? Because the report suggested Liverpool really wanted Donyell Malen. He was somebody who Klopp was a fan of, the club was a fan of, and also, even if it didn't go so well, the fact that he's young, the fact he's only 21, 22 years of age, it gives them that sell-on value, and there weren't really many things to suggest this would be a bad signing. But the reason that it came out of why Liverpool didn't go ahead with this deal is because we hadn't sold Shaqiri or Origi yet, and we needed to sell both of them before we could jump on this deal. That's very poor management from Liverpool Football Club, because first off, you could have had Origi or Shaqiri or both sold last summer or the summer before. We always have this problem. All the good business we do tends to overshadow all the bad business we kind of do. Like, we could have got 15 to 20 million for Grujic last summer and the summer before. Now we've just sold them for 10 million. We could have got 15 to 20 million for Harry Wilson last summer. Now we've just sold them this summer, got around 12 million euros. So now you're talking about Origi, when since that Champions League final, he has not been a part of Klopp's plans. You could have sold him after that Champions League final comfortably 25, 30 million. I'll bet me house on it. 25 to 30 million, no doubt. And Shaqiri, he's always been valued at around £15 million. Now we're talking about 10. That's a lot of money dropped on multiple different players. That is not good business. So not only have you just left them in the squad to rot, you've also decided, you know what we're going to do? Instead of selling them the players that we should have sold already, instead of selling them already, what we're going to do is keep hold of them, wait until they go, let other teams know they're on the market, and then once they're gone, we'll go ahead and buy Malen. That is a very, very small club mentality, and it really does rage me to hear that. And I didn't even want Malen, number one, and I'm not trying to go on a rant, I'm just letting you know, me as a fan who didn't want Malen, that isn't my thing. If Liverpool Football Club want to go ahead and buy a player, I expect you to be able to have the pulling power, the negotiating tactics, and the money to be able to go ahead and get that deal over the line. If you're telling me you didn't get Malen because of Origi and Shaqiri, that is a joke. That is a joke, and it's the thing that's going to lead to our demise of not winning trophies no more. Look at Aston Villa. They haven't even sold Jack Grealish yet, and they have bought Leon Bailey, Buendia, they're linked with James Ward-Prowse, players that would improve the fucking Liverpool team. Mate, it makes no sense at all. And for the FSG inners, before you have a go at me saying, James, there's no excuses. You cannot see clubs like Aston Villa, first of all, outspending us, but second of all, being more risky with their signings, buying Leon Bailey before they even let a player go, buying Buendia before even letting a player go. It's just mad. So the Jordan Henderson contract issue is the same. So according to Paul Joyce, amid interest from Atletico Madrid and PSG, Henderson still really wants to remain at Liverpool Football Club and sign a new deal. You've just saw me get pissed off there. Nothing would piss me off more than Henderson leaving this football club, especially if the fact he wants to stay, especially with me knowing as because neutrals might not get this, but us Liverpool fans know we are a much better team with having Jordan Henderson in that squad. Whether he's starting or not isn't even the thing, but the issue right now is the length of the contract. At least that is what I'm being told, that Henderson wants a more long-term secure contract, because we know that this is going to be his last big payday, as well as Henderson is on the other side of his prime. Therefore, he's going to want that big payday. Liverpool aren't really opting to give him that. They want to give him more 1 year, 2 year deals, whereas Henderson wants that security, and rightly so. And these are very similar reasons to why Gini Wijnaldum ended up leaving the club also. So let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. I've spoke about my thoughts on the Jordan Henderson situation in a recent video. If you want to go and check that out, check it out on the channel. It's one of my more recent uploads as well. So Harry Kane doesn't turn up to training for the second day in a row, but should return later this week. So this morning, news circulated about Kane and that he never turns up to training for the second day in a row, which I thought at first, that's mad, because if you don't turn up one day, there could be an excuse for that. If you're just going to plan on going on strike, then that's just a madness, because, mate, let's really think about it. You're the captain of the club, you're the legends of the club. I know you want to leave, but you can't just then disrespect the fans. And furthermore, your new manager, your new coach, and your current teammate, because you had a gentleman's agreement with one of the most absolute biggest wankers that you could have a gentleman's agreement with in Daniel Levy. That's what you get for having your brother as your agent. When I found that out yesterday, I was laughing, mate. Harry Kane's brother is his agent. That's a joke. Very similar situation with Coutinho at Liverpool, when he had them back injuries and stuff like that, but then he was playing for Brazil 4 days later. The money that's being talked about in terms of what's being rejected is £100 million. Man City will need to make an improved offer to tempt Spurs in actually selling Harry Kane. If you think Daniel Levy cares about whether or not they keep Harry Kane, then, mate, you're hilarious, because they want to keep Harry Kane, and they will charge top dollar to make sure that they can actually do so. Fabrizio Romano confirms by Chelsea Football Club sources that a Lukaku bid was placed, and the bid was furthermore rejected. The bid was worth £100 million plus Marcus Alonso, but Inter do turn down the deal, as they just want to keep Romelu Lukaku, who's been scoring the goals, been doing the bits, and therefore they want to keep that man to win them a second league title, hopefully for them. Anyway, there's also news that Inter will be waiting for a second bid, and let me know, Chelsea fans, in the comments down below. You've got the option of a Lukaku, and you've got the option of an Erling Haaland. I just want to ask, who would you prefer? Because even though Erling Haaland is the younger, more sort of attitude striker, right now he's a little bit more shit hot. Let's be real, he's not going to stay at Chelsea for more than 3 seasons. Haaland's not that type of player. He went to Salzburg for a year and a half. He's been at Dortmund for a year and a half. And if he went to Chelsea, I know he's 19, but he's not going to stay there for 10 years. He's probably not even going to stay there for 5. Therefore, I think whoever you buy out of Lukaku and Haaland will be your striker for the next 2 or 3 years. This is why I propose, why not buy Romelu Lukaku now? Squeeze the rest of his prime out of Lukaku, and then get Erling Haaland when he is more closer to his prime. Because right now, Haaland, even though he's very good, you wouldn't say he's in his prime. You would suggest that that will come when he's 24, 25. Why not get Lukaku now, get the certified goals for him, and then get Haaland for what will be probably a very similar price when you're deeper? Because the reason why Haaland's price is so fluctuated right now is he's a 19-year-old bagging 20 plus goals a season, 30 plus goals a season. By the time he's 24, 25, he's going to be a 24-year-old scoring 30 plus goals a season. What's better, a 19-year-old or a 24-year-old? The 19-year-old, except the 24-year-old is now more experienced and still very good at football, and possibly even lower in price. So I'm just thinking from a business point of view what makes sense, but let me know what you think in the comments down below, Chelsea fans. Anyway, people, that will be the end of today's Red and Browns. People, if you did enjoy, then smash a like, but only if you enjoyed. Sorry if it was a little bit rushed today. I've got loads to do. I'm filming with Rants in a couple of hours live. We're going to be doing that. I've got something going on later. I'm going to the gym after that, and I'm doing loads, man. So if this felt rushed, I do apologise, but hopefully you still enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and the next Red and Browns will be out tomorrow. Bye.